Hi, Paula J. from CQURE, delivering another episode of CQURE Hacks Weekly. Today I'm going to talk about our discovery within the Data Protection API subject, or Data Protection API-NG new generation, and I would like to show you how you are able to unprotect or decrypt, get the password from the SID protected PFX files. PFX files are the ones that you store the private keys in, and I would love to show you how basically you are able to get access to those. This subject is exciting because if you're going to use the new technology introduced in Windows Server 2012 R2, where you can rely PFX security on someone's SID, so a user's identifier, you are able as well to get access to it if you are logged on as the same user who protected it or to whom you give access to. But it's very interesting because also if you were from the outside of the scope that you give access to the PFX files, you are still able to get access to those files. Guys, another hardcore subject. If you're interested, watch the full episode. Okay, let's get started.
You should see my screen right now, and I am currently logged on as Freddy Krueger, as you see, and this is the guy that's going to be exporting certificate with the private key, and it's going to sit protected. So let's do it first so that we got something to work on. Yeah, so I'm exporting the certificate. Next, yes, export the private key. Great. Here is that important, and here we are specifying who we would like to add. So for example, we can add over here another user, yeah? So it could be that only these users are allowed to get access to this particular certificate. So Blee and Freddy Krueger. Okay, no password for now. So this is the feature that is leveraging Data Protection API-NG, available since Windows Server 2012 R2. Next, we're going to specify some file name. So for example, we can name it here for Blee, or for Freddy. Here we go, save, great. And the question for us will be, are we able to at some point to get access to this file? Now what I want to show you before we move forward is that it is actually funny to watch this because if we do want to get access to this particular PFX file, then it actually fills up automatically a password over here that is actually coming from the format PFX and what it is all about. Yeah, so here it's accepting password, and regardless if you SID protected or not, at the end we are actually encrypting the password here. But anyway, that's something that we would like to get access to. So we've got this for Freddy Krueger. So this certificate we can copy and we can put it on somewhere in our tools. Yeah, so I'm gonna put them over here, somewhere here. Yeah, so we're gonna be working on this. Yeah, so for Freddy Krueger, bring it on. Now here on the domain controller, in order to be able to get access to something that we call KDS root key that is necessary in a case of a data protection API to grab, we need to well, first of all, to get a boot key, and we can use this with and grab this with our newest version of the CQ secrets dumper. So let's grab this value, and this is a D9 A7BP and so on. And over here in the back, as you see, I already prepared myself. I made a copy of ntds.dit. You can use for that purpose shadow copies. Could be an option, and copy, simply speaking, that file. And that's pretty much the only thing that we need. We would also need system hive because there is boot key, but because we are fetching the boot key, that's really the only thing that we need over here. Good. So having these two items, now we are ready to move forward and extract necessary information from the entities.dit. Also, at some point, if you're gonna be doing shadow copy and something goes wrong with the integrity of entities.dit, you can always use esc anti-util /r edb/d, and that is basically something that will allow us to recover the particular database. So just in case you were in trouble. Now what we're gonna do? Well, when we got this information here, we can move on into a CQ NTTS DT decryptor, and we're going to be grabbing from our ntds.dit that I also copied to CQ tools already. We're going to be extracting the KDS root key file, and we're going to put it into KDS.dit, or really txt, doesn't really matter, yes, by providing an appropriate boot key. So when we run that, yeah, what we're going to get over here are different types of KDS root keys, and one found it's 9E, B9, and so on, and another one found it's C16. Technically, there are not many of those, so you can try you can try all of them. But the point over here is that this particular decrypted master key is the one that we're going to be using for access to the PFX file. So let's bring it on. And for that purpose, we're going to use our new tool, CQ Data Protection API, and not this one, PFX Decryptor. So that's going to be our tool. So let's get into this one. Here we go. And it takes two parameters. First of all, it takes PFX, and in our case, it's a TD tools, CQ tools, and for Freddy Krueger. So this is where we had that for F. Krueger. Here we go. And another one is master. And this is where we put our file. Enter. And as you see, successfully decrypted password. Okay. So I'm super curious right now if this is something that's going to work for that particular PFX file. So let's find out. For Freddy. Next. And it asks me about the password, so I'm pasting the value that we got, display password, that's the value, next. And as you see, this is how we are able to decrypt those PFX files. Where's the difficulty? Well, difficulty basically is to reverse engineer Data Protection API-NG and be aware how clients are actually getting access just based on their SID to their PFX files. That's the first thing, and that's what we did. Second thing is to, of course, extract the information, so KDS root key from the domain. That's not a big deal, but the deal is how to use it, yes? So if we have a look at the structure of the PFX file, and you can do this as maybe a little bit of a homework by using the ASN editor, then you will see that it's not the easiest structure, and it's really a matter of how we are leveraging the data that we're able to export over here. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that's about it. I hope it was interesting. PFX files are very, very interesting to manage. So you can, just a reminder, do it in both ways. Either you can just apply a regular password on them, or you can SID protect them. Right now, you are familiar with one of those methods. And don't forget to leave your comment in the blog, and don't forget to check out our Facebook page, because there's a lot of things going on. And see you on another episode. Thank you. Bye.